Hello friends, this is a video demonstration of the Wi-Fi based home automation system that we have developed. When the device is plugged in the first time, it starts as a Wi-Fi access point. In the Wi-Fi settings menu, you can see two OHM devices with separate SSIDs. Each of these devices is a separate switchboard. Now let's take a look at the application. You can see we already have some devices configured and ready to be controlled. The settings menu shows 4 configured boards. Before configuring the device, let's start the camera and take a look at the board and the devices connected to it. This is for SwitchBoard, to which we have connected a lamp and a bulb. Let's connect the phone to one of the OHM devices we want to configure. In the application, we can see 4 switches like I had mentioned before. We can also edit the default board name, switch name and switch icons to our liking. For example, here I am configuring a board for my drawing room, so I name it Drawing Room, Board 1. I can also load an appropriate icon from a library of icons to best suit the appliance connected to the board, and rename the switches as AC, fan, and light. To save time, let us skip to the last part of the setup section. To finish setup, I can select the last option and use an already saved network, or uncheck it, and configure the device to connect to a specific access point. The device has sent a list of access points in its vicinity to the application, and I can select my ohmautomation from the list. After finishing the configuration, the device responds with success if the information is saved successfully. The application will now wait for the device to connect to the configured access point. After the device gets a valid IP address, the application will discover it automatically. You can see new switches on application home screen and in drawing room board in the application settings. We can now connect to the other OHM device in Wi-Fi settings and configure it in the same way. Application settings menu now shows 6 configured boards. To test the setup, let's toggle the bulb and lamp switch in drawing room board. Up next is Scenes feature, which allows the user to organize multiple boards and switches in a single group. To identify the scene, the user can also select an image from the gallery, or take a picture of the room. The scene can then be populated with the boards of his choice. Other scenes like master bedroom, study room can be created in the same way. You can see drawing room scene is a list of all the devices present in the drawing room. And we can turn on off the lamp from here. Switching on off multiple devices with a single click is a desirable feature in any home automation system. Themes is a feature that is meant to do just that. For example, let's create a morning mode theme, which will turn on the bulb and lamp when enabled. Similarly, we can create a night mode theme to turn off the bulb and lamp when enabled. You can see the lights go on when morning mode is enabled, and switch off when we click night mode. Rules feature gives the user ability to turn on off appliances at a specified time. We have defined 3 different types of rules: simple, interval, and auto-off. Simple rule can be used when we want a certain appliance to be turned on or off at a specified time. For example, night lamps can be programmed to turn on after 7 o'clock in the evening. The interface is similar to an alarm clock, where you can set the time and days when you want the event to be triggered. You can see the rule is set to 5 minutes past 5 in the evening, which is 2 minutes from the current time. Let's jump to the point when the event is triggered. Interval rule is the same as simple rule, with the addition of stop time. Rest of the parameters are same as simple rule. The start time is set to 8 minutes past 5, and stop time is 1 minute, later at 9 minutes past 5. We can see that the devices turn on at the start time, and turn off a minute later as configured. Auto off rule lets the user specify an interval, irrespective of the start time. This is useful as a power-saving feature, where the user can turn off the high-power appliances, like Geyser, and set the rule for 15, 20 or 30 minutes, after which the appliance will be turned off automatically. We will set a 1-minute rule. And from the application home screen, let's turn on the lamp and bulb. After the 1-minute duration, both lamp and bulb will turn off automatically. The application also has an option to reset home device, after which the device will delete all the saved configuration, and restart in setup mode as a Wi-Fi access point. With this we end the video demo. Do let us know if you have any questions or suggestions.